On that similar line of thought, so what would you recommend other artists that want to get involved with like scientists that might be scared to get that type of reaction? What would be like your experience, from your experience, what would be the best way for them to do that?
Look, it's so hard working with scientists. It really is. There are scientists out there who just want to work with us. They really do. They see our value, but there are also scientists out there that don't. And I think you have to tread through the world and seek out the ones who actually are interested in collaborating. Some scientists just see us as people who can make their science look pretty. Mm-hmm. And that's not our role. And there are groups like Schmidt Ocean Institute that actively pursue the idea of having artists come and work on board their scientific vessels to interpret what's going on in the research, to interpret what's happening in the vessels, in the science, to have that connection. So I think it's tenacity, really. You will find some, and then sometimes those scientists are really eager and then they just sort of float away because their science takes over their world and they're not always available to work with. So there are some groups out there. There's GenSpace, I think, in New York that does work with scientists. There's School of Visual Arts in Manhattan. I've actually spent 2 residencies with them, so they were really good. I think in Los Angeles you have the SciArt. There's a SciArt network there. There's also a SciArt network in New York too. Mm-hmm. And they've been doing a lot of work to try and connect scientists and artists. There are places all around the world. You've now got science galleries. Mm-hmm. So these are where artists who are interested in science or are pursuing a scientific dialogue with their artworks, especially young artists. They're really interested in trying to make sure that the young artists get involved in, showing their work and showing what their research is all about. There's places in Europe, in Berlin. There's Art Laboratory Berlin. You've also got in Finland. I mean, like you can search them out. You can search them out. They're all over the world.
Don't be deterred if you get a no.
That's exactly right. Because for every no, for every 10 no's, you may find the one. Yeah. So just keep at it. That's like doing art. Yeah. Just keep at it. Just keep doing what you're passionate about.